Hi, I'm Larry. Welcome to First Impression Beer Reviews. This is a cordial cherry. Today is Valentine's Day, February 2019. This is chocolate covered cherry stout from Cheboyan Brewing Company in Cheboyan, Michigan. So this has got cordial cherries, and it's not making any bones about how it's got this in mind. So, happy Valentine's Day. Let's see whether or not Cheboyan has done a good job in making a cherry stout that reminds you of cordial cherries. So, with no further ado, let's get this stuff cracked open. Let's give it a smell, see what the aromas are like. Let's get it into a glass, see what it looks like when it pours, see if there's any head, see what the flavor tastes like. And it's definitely pouring out like a nice dark stout. Kind of difficult to get a head on it, but there's a little bit of head going on there. Let me smell it from the can first. Maybe a little cherry. Nothing's really very pungent on that, as far as out of the can. I was a little bit surprised because I thought maybe I'd just get a whiff of cherry. Alright, so nice dark beer. It is a little effervescent. Not too bad. Maybe a little reddish hue to the dark beer. Any head that was there did not stick around very long. Of course, it's pretty typical of a good stout. They don't necessarily retain their heads too much. So I've got it in a nice stifter glass, 6.8% alcohol by volume, so it's got a nice little kick to it. They described it as being rich in malty dark chocolate with cherry. So we're expecting chocolate to be really forward on this one. And I don't know if it'll taste like the candy, but let's see once. So, cheers, Cheboyan. Very smooth, very rich, very sweet. I almost expected it to be somewhat a little bit tart with the cherry, but it's not. It's got a sweetness to go along with cherry. Definitely malty. If you were to tell your girlfriend, hey, I got a beer for you, it tastes just like cordial cherries, if she's not a beer person, she might be disappointed. Don't by any means mistake this for being a cordial cherry piece of candy. It's a very good stout, though. The first thing I like about it, though, is how smooth it is. It doesn't overwhelm you with any flavor whatsoever. You kind of think that it's coming, but then it never really sort of peaks. It dissipates almost as fast as the waves come up. There's really no bitterness per se, but it does have that dark chocolate sort of mouthfeel and flavor. You know, if you take a bite of like baker's chocolate or whatever, it's a sour semi-sweet chocolate, and sort of let it melt in your mouth, it'll kind of linger a little bit. That's what this is doing. I wish it had more cherry to it, but it's not bad at all. It's not quite as good as I had hoped, but if you like chocolate and cherry, and if you like stouts, it's a good solid stout. Good solid stout. Doesn't blow my doors off, but I can't shoot holes in it. It's delivering what it says. It says a cordial stout, rich in malts. Yes. Dark chocolate. Yes. Cherry. Sure. It's delivering what they promised. So, if you like cherry stouts, chocolate stouts, this is worth a try. It's lovely, just lovely. I just spilled half of my beer. Well, I've got more, and I'm not going to let that stop me. So let's let's pour the rest of it in here, and let's just, as they say, keep the show rolling. What I was going to say was, it's not a cheap beer. It will cost you probably $3 a can for it. So if you're into that and you want to try it, please by all means do. So here's a nod to Cheboyan. They have two other beers, which let me think this one was going to be outstanding, that I just love. So here's a nod to their blueberry cream, and here's a nod to their blood orange honey. So those two guys will blow your mind. This one didn't necessarily blow my mind, but it is a good representation of what they say on the bottle. All right, so last but not least, let's get a good sip, and then we're gonna take a bite of the candy. Oh, okay. They're sticky. This is almost like a blooper reel. I got cordial cherry juice all over my hand. I got beer all over my countertop, and I got tape rolling. So, you might ask, okay, where is Cheboyan? People in Michigan know map, right? So Cheboyan's kind of like thumb side up north, up there. And this has been Larry's First Impression Beer Reviews. Here's to Cheboyan. Here's to cordial cherries. Here's to Valentine's Day. Here's to making a huge beer mess. This is Larry. If you like my stuff, please subscribe. Comment down below. I suspect I'm probably going to get a lot of comments on this one. I'm not drunk right now, but it sure looks like I might have been. Anyway, cheers.